You bet. Here to discuss a lot of these new developments in foreign affairs is Fred Fleitz, Senior Fellow at America's First Policy Institute. He's also a Newsmax contributor. Fred, good to see you.
Welcome in.
Good to be here.
So real quick, I want to start with, as Shelby was just reporting, China's sending some of this equipment to Russia. Does this change, the game there? I mean, obviously, Blinken went to Beijing. They're hacking into our systems, and it's been said. Chris Christie made a good point last week that this is really a proxy war against China. This kind of further reinforces that, doesn't it?
Well, China's been playing this game, trying to walk right up to the line of providing offensive weapons to Ukraine because it doesn't want to be sanctioned and it wants to maintain its trade relationships with Europe. But I think providing armor that troops can wear and drones really crosses that line. I think it's incumbent on the Biden administration to make very clear right now to our European allies, it's time to cut off your trade with China. China's helping Russia in this war. And I mean, let's not forget that China is buying enormous amounts of gas and oil that Russia can't sell to Europe right now.
Right.
Russian exports to China is up over 45% in 2022. China is supporting Russia's war effort.
Yeah,
Clearly.
exactly.
So that's what they're doing overseas. But there's another report very disturbing about what they're doing here domestically, Fred. Want to get your reaction to this. A Chinese marketing firm using a network of 70 news websites to promote pro-China propaganda actually now helped promote, they say, potentially organized protests within the U.S. Capitol. The Washington Post, CNN reporting this, citing a study from Mandiant. That's a security firm owned by Google. But it studied some of the activity. It concluded that these pro-China campaigns promoted them through the fake websites, but had organizers, paid protesters in operations, and they were intending to sow discord in the U.S. society. So when is this administration going to address the threats of China? We have this, we have spy balloons, secret police stations. It goes on and on.
Well, the Chinese Communist Party opposes the democratic rights that we enjoy here, but it's happy to exploit those rights in the United States. And this isn't the first time it tried this. Remember these Chinese police stations? They were abusing diplomatic treaties. Now they're abusing freedom of the press. I think all of the American press sites that took this information, they need to be scrutinized. Some of them may have known where this information was coming from, and if they didn't, they should have known about it. I mean, this is an abuse of our system, but it's not the first time.
Yeah, I mean, look, China also has its state broadcaster that operates here, CGTN, just like, Russia had RT that was operating before RT went dark. One other quick story that's making some headlines I want to get your thoughts about. So there was a major shakeup of Xi Jinping's foreign policy leadership. Gang, I hope I'm saying the name right, is out. He's the guy that Secretary of State Antony Blinken met with during his recent Beijing visit. Wang Yi is now China's top diplomat. What does this tell you, this shakeup, if anything, about what's happening in China and the country's foreign policy leadership? What do you think, Fred?
I think his name is pronounced Qin Gang, but I could be wrong. I don't speak Chinese either. This is an interesting case. This guy was #2 in the foreign ministry. He disappeared in June, which is never good if you're a Chinese official. And we're now hearing he was let go because of health reasons. We're reading in the press he was let go because he was having an affair with an American reporter and may have fathered a child with her. Now, that may not be true either because the Chinese Communist Party often leaks stories like that when they're firing someone because of corruption. In all likelihood, President Xi let him go either for morals reasons or because of corruption. He doesn't tolerate those things.
Yeah, well, we'll stay tuned on that and we'll see how it plays out. Fred Fleitz, thanks for your insight. Appreciate it. Always good to have you on.
Good to be here.
Thanks, Fred. Great to see you.